I'm Eliza, and this is Moving Pictures. Today we'll be running through the movies coming to theaters in the next month. Here is the list for April of 2019. If you would like to know more about any of these films, you can find the full trailer in the description below. Shazam. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the youngest superhero to take the big screen so far. Thing is, he doesn't always look 14 years old. Billy Batson's got some serious skills, and just by yelling one single word, Shazam, he can transform into the adult superhero bearing that name. Freaking cool, huh? Starring Zachary Levi, Xiomon Hansu, and Michelle Borth. Pet Sematary. Based on the novel of the same name by the great Stephen King, this is the retelling of the Creed family as they move into their new home to start a new life. Tragedy strikes when their cat is run over by the long-haul trucks or lorries that speed past their home, never bothering to slow down. Their neighbor tells them about a pet cemetery located nearby, but this cemetery is on sacred ground. Legend has it, those buried there return to life, but sometimes dead is better. Starring Jason Clarke, John Lithgow, and Amy Seimetz. Hellboy. Hellboy has returned, but not in the third film many of us were waiting for. This reimagining of the character for the big screen stars David Harbour as HB, and alongside him will be Ian McShane and Mila Jovovich. An ancient sorceress has come to the human world, and she is seeking revenge on Anung Unrama, Hellboy's true demon name. Hopefully, the Red Right Hand can find a way to defeat her without taking the rest of the world with them. Missing Link. Mr. Link has hired explorers to search for his long-lost family, and Sir Lionel Frost is up for the challenge. He will have to go to Shangri-La itself, a fabled land that may or may not exist, to fulfill Mr. Link's request. The two have teamed up with Adelina Fortnite, a world adventurer, and hopefully together they can find the missing links. Starring Zoe Saldana, Timothy Olyphant, and Hugh Jackman. Little. Adulting can be hard, damn near impossible at times. How often have we all just wanted to be a kid again, or a teenager, just anything other than an adult? Well, Jordan's wish has been granted. The question is this a blessing or a curse to be made young again? And just how does one fix it when it's time to return to adulthood? Plot sound familiar? Little is more or less a female version of Big with Tom Hanks. Starring Regina Hall, Marcy Martin, and Justin Hartley. High Life. Having nothing to do with cannabis, in case you were wondering, this father and daughter are on a different plane entirely. They are deep in space, and they are out there alone, isolated. They will have to struggle to survive, and he will have to find a way to keep his precious daughter alive in the vastness of space. Starring Robert Pattinson, Juliette Binoche, and Andre Benjamin. Sauvage. Leo is a young man who has fallen on a hard life. He drifts around, but mostly stays in the city while his customers come and go. He sells his body on the streets for money, but longs for love and freedom. The future is clouded, but is it in his best interest to stay where he is, where nothing is changing or getting better? It's time for him to move on, his heart in his throat, as he starts down the road ahead of him. Starring Felix Maritad, Eric Bernard, and Nicolas Dilba. The Curse of La Llorona. La Llorona, a Mexican legend of a woman who drowned her children and now wanders the world at night crying out for her lost babies in regret of what she's done. A social worker and her children have become entwined with La Llorona after the social worker is brought into contact with a mother accused of child endangerment. What does the supernatural being want with them? And will they survive their encounter? Starring Linda Cardellini, Raymond Cruz, and Marisol Ramirez. Under the Silver Lake. A mysterious young woman has appeared in Sam's apartment complex pool, swimming as if she belongs there. Where did she come from and why is she here? The next morning, she's gone, and Sam is left with nothing but questions. Desperately wanting answers, he heads across the country to Los Angeles. But just what is he driving toward? What if she's not safe? Sam perhaps hasn't thought this through, as mystery begets more mystery surrounding this strange woman. Starring Andrew Garfield, Riley Keough, and Topher Grace. Breakthrough. Tragedy strikes. A family is broken. A mother full of faith and belief in the powers that be loses her son after he drowns in a lake. With her faith and hope, she dedicates herself to praying for his safe return from death's grasp, desperately hoping that somehow he can be healed. Starring Sam Trammell, Topher Grace, and Chrissy Metz. Avengers Endgame. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is in shambles after Thanos' legendary snap. Those left behind are doing their best to pick up the pieces and figure out just what to do next. They must defeat Thanos, but with their numbers so depleted, will they be able to? Hopefully, Captain Marvel can lend a hand to solving Thanos and returning the world to how it was before the snap. Starring Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, and Chris Hemsworth. The White Crow. Rudolf Nureyev, born in 1938, was born into a Turkish-speaking family while living in the Soviet Union. A skilled dancer nicknamed Lord of the Dance, he was known for ballet as well as contemporary dance and choreography. This is the story of his defection from the Soviet Union while performing outside of the strict and oppressive regime, escaping into a new life full of freedom to live his life as he sees fit. Starring Oleg Avinko, Ralph Fiennes, and Lewis Hoffman. And here are some Netflix original films coming to the platform this month. Unicorn Store. Captain Marvel and Nick Fury need a unicorn. No, kidding. But Brie Larson and Samuel L. Jackson team up yet again in this wonderful film full of mystery and intrigue. Kit, played by Brie Larson, has received an invitation, but she's not sure where it's from or why she has it. Whatever it is, it just might help her realize all of her childhood hopes and dreams. The Perfect Date. Brooks is a good kid who's always had good grades and worked hard to be a great student. He wants to go to an Ivy League university, but he's missing a couple of important things. Extracurricular activities, those always look good on transcripts, and, well, money. The answer to his prayers, at least for the money part, comes in the form of a different kind of job, pretending to be someone's boyfriend. With the help of a programmer friend, he realizes that they can make an app that sells him as an emergency boyfriend or +1 for any occasion. How will that work, though, when he meets the girl of his dreams? Starring Noah Centineo, Laura Marano, and Odysseus Georgiadis. Someone Great. Imagine this. You've finally landed your dream job. You're moving to start your new life, and your boyfriend of 9 years, 9 freaking years, decides he's not interested in a long-distance relationship. What is a girl to do? Well, Jenny decides to gather up her two best friends and hit the town before she moves. These three will take New York City by storm and celebrate the new life Jenny has ahead of her. Starring Gina Rodriguez, DeWanda Wise, and Brittany Snow. Any films you're really looking forward to? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching Moving Pictures. Don't forget to leave a like if you did, hit that bell for notifications for when we upload, and subscribe for more amazing content.